Hello. It has been a good long while. It is currently the end of November, and I think my last video here was posted in February. So today I just wanted to talk a little bit about where I've been, what happened, and kind of the future of the channel. So if you are looking for quilting content, I do have a video that is almost done and will be the next thing up on the channel. So I'm back, and there is more of that coming, but today is more of like a chat. I feel like I should just clear the air, I guess, about like what happened. So in February and last year, I was quilting a lot, kind of almost to the exclusion of just about everything else in my life. I was kind of parenting and quilting, and I was trying to make so many quilts because I was writing patterns, I was making videos, I was doing all of these things, and it turned into this thing that I didn't enjoy anymore. Because everything was a timeline, everything had like this string attached to it. And so it wasn't about making a quilt anymore. It wasn't about this enjoyable thing that I loved. It was about producing a piece of content or making another sample of a quilt pattern I'd already made 3 samples of. So I could see the burnout coming. It was like a train barreling at me with that one headlight, but I couldn't do anything to stop it. Or at least I didn't. I could have. I could have stopped earlier, but I didn't. And once it hit me, it just hit me. And I didn't quilt. I didn't barely even come in this room for months. Years and years ago when I was a hardcore knitter and that's all that I did, I would experience this every once in a while where the desire to knit things would just like vanish and it would take a while for it to come back. So I knew that the quilting bug would come back, but I didn't really know what form it would take. And when it did come back, I didn't want to squander it again. So when it finally did come back, it came back in this new form of slowing down, really appreciating the projects that I was working with, and ditching any projects that I wasn't totally in love with. So what that has meant is that I have spent the last few months pretty much hand stitching. I've been doing a ton of English paper piecing. I've been hand quilting again. I've been doing some machine piecing as well. I did finally finish that scrappy Irish chain quilt, and it is on the long arm, ready to be quilted right now. And I did a few other little machine projects in the last couple months, but they have all been something that I have just enjoyed taking my time with. They're fabrics that I really love, or a block that really speaks to me, or something that's a little bit more elaborate, something that I can really slow down, take my time with, and really enjoy every step of the process. So what that means is that I have barely finished a quilt this year. I have finished 2 tops, the scrappy Irish chain, and a Halloween quilt that I totally love. And that's it. I did quilt a vintage top that I bought off eBay, but that's it. I've started several English paper piecing projects that I adore, and I'm working my way through them, but those are slower projects and they take a lot more time. So you will see them as I have been filming bits of them as I have been progressing through them. So I don't know if you guys want to see more like vlog style entries of like what I have been working on over the past month or so, or if you want me to collate all the footage of one quilt and have like one quilt start to finish in a video. Let me know. I can go either way, but those are definitely longer term projects because they do just take more time. But machine quilting isn't going anywhere. I have a couple samples worked up that I'm excited about that I'm going to film, I don't know, maybe next week. And machine piecing will still be here. I'm not turning into a hand piecing only kind of person, but there will be a little bit of that mixed in. So the other half of the story of where I've been over the last year is really focused more on my health and fitness. I went to QuiltCon in Phoenix, what was that, almost 2 years ago now, and had a miserable time. It wasn't that the quilting was not fun or that the event wasn't great. It was all about me. I felt so physically drained by all of the activity of those few days. And when I got home, I knew that I needed to make some changes in my life. And it took me a couple months, but I finally did. And it's been a very slow process. But I don't know if you guys can tell. You guys only see like this little bit of me. But I lost over 100 pounds in the last year and a couple months. And it's all been about finding activities that I really loved and making small, sustainable changes in my kind of lifestyle. And this has nothing to do with quilting, but that time that I've put into running is kind of my activity of choice. It takes time, and that time has come from my quilting life in a lot of ways. Once my quilting bug came back, and I started focusing on only the projects and only the types of projects that really brought me joy, it kind of went hand in hand with having even less time to do them in. And so that period of my day that I devote to quilting had to be like really great. And I think that having that more limited time has made me even happier to be quilting the projects that I'm making, because I know that it's this limited little pool of time each day. Now I really look forward to my quilting time, and I've accepted that spending all of this time running and doing other cross training and all that kind of stuff is something that I also really enjoy and is really important to me. And so balancing those two things has just made me feel better about them both. So I'm not going to turn this into a fitness channel. I'm not going to talk about that extensively or anything, but I did want to address it because I've gotten a lot of really sweet messages from people asking kind of where I've been, and I've kind of given this generic response of like I've been focusing on like some family and health issues, which is true, but I did get one email from a sweet lady who asked if I was ill, and I didn't want to give that impression. I'm not ill, I'm great, and I feel better than ever. So I'm really happy to be back. I was really afraid to make this video and publish it, but I feel like I just need to get over this hump and get this video done so that I can get back to quilting. I guess that's it. I'll be back soon with a video about a quilt I made last year, and it's one of my favorite quilts ever. So I can't wait to share it with you guys. And until then, happy quilting.